The Ford government recently announced that students in grade 11 will be able to enter full-time skilled trades apprenticeships. This would take 16-year-olds out of high school and put them into the workforce. So let's talk about why they're doing this and the pros and the cons to this situation. The stated goal for this is to get more people trained in the skilled trades so that we can get more houses built in Ontario. But the province has been a little bit vague as to how students will be getting their high school diplomas. So while there is no concrete plan yet, this is what I have gathered so far. As of now, when these students go into these programs, they will not finish high school, they will be leaving high school, and they will be expected to get their OSSD as a mature student when they are adults. This would mean night school for them and writing an exam. But the government is also looking at finding ways to get it so that students who do this program can get their OSSD requirements while doing the apprenticeship program. The government also hasn't made it clear yet whether or not these students will be attached to a co-op program at their high school. So we don't know whether or not there will be any educational oversight to these programs. Beyond that, the government hasn't made it clear whether or not these are going to be paid or unpaid. As it stands in Canada right now, it is illegal for adults to do unpaid apprenticeships or unpaid co-ops or internships. But that doesn't actually apply to high school students doing co-ops, who do said work unpaid. So I would be very concerned if the government pulled 16-year-olds out of high school to do unpaid apprenticeships where they were not getting their high school degree and also were not getting paid. The government is also looking at lowering entry requirements for the 106 skilled trades in Ontario that require a grade 12 education. This could mean hypothetically that these people would never have to go back and get their OSSD. It should be noted that at this point in time, Ontario is one of the places in the world with the highest high school graduation rates and one of the highest literacy rates in the world. So not requiring students to complete their high school education would affect this rate. It should also be noted that there is a massive lack of teachers who can actually teach the tech classes in high schools, which is why the government sees this apprenticeship program as allowing students to get the experience that they need. Ultimately, I think this program isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I'm worried about the unintended consequences. Because as many people who work in the skilled trades will note, you need high school math and literacy. And in many jobs, you need beyond those levels. So Doug Ford's plan would be lowering the requirement for these skilled trades. I want to make something very clear. I'm not minimalizing or diminishing the educational requirements of the skilled trades. My concern here, if anything, is that we will not be putting students into these programs who are ready for them, because they need the math skills they will get in grade 11 and 12 math. They need the literacy skills that they're going to get in grade 11 and 12 English. And having high school education overall, grades 9 to grade 12, creates a robust citizen who is not only civically engaged, but somebody who will be able to engage with their work in a more meaningful way. So while yes, this might lead more people to entering the skilled trades, which is a good thing, I am concerned about what will happen to these students and whether or not they are being led down a path that they don't understand the full consequences of, especially if they're not going to be paid for the work that they are doing, and especially if they're not going to receive a high school education that they might need otherwise. Because what happens if one day they want to leave the skilled trades but they don't have a high school diploma? What do? This program could inadvertently be a trap for many students.